Christ Triumphant, June 5th, Daily Devotional by Ellen G. White. Spiritual highs will not prevent spiritual lows. Then Jezebel sent the messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 2. However bold and successful and courageous the people of God may have been in doing a special work, unless they constantly look to God and continue to have confidence in the work He has given them, they will lose their courage. After God has given them a wonderful revelation of His power, bracing them up to do His work, circumstances will arise to test their faith, and they will fail unless they trust implicitly in the Lord. Thus it was with Elijah. He had, by the help of God, defeated the prophets of Baal. But he was disappointed as to the results of the manifestation of God. Under the threats of the wicked queen, he lost his courage and his faith. He lost sight of Him in whose keeping he was, and without being sent, he fled for his life. He was terribly depressed, for he had hoped for much from the miracle wrought before the people. Had Elijah, knowing he had done the divine will, maintained his confidence in God, had he made God his refuge and strength, standing steadfast and immovable for the truth, the impression made upon the king and the people would have wrought a reformation. Elijah had been braced for trial under the inspiration of God, but when Jezebel's threatening message was brought to him and shouted in his ear, awakening from a deep sleep, he lost his hold on God. This was the time when he should have had courage in the Lord, showing a living act of faith. He should not have fled from his post of duty. God had given him a wonderful manifestation of His power to assure him that He would not forsake him, and that His power was wholly sufficient to sustain him, for He was the Lord of the powers of heaven and earth. But Elijah forgot God and fled. And as he lay and slept under a juniper tree, behold, and an angel touched him, and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baken on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And the angel of the Lord came again the second time, and touched him, and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for thee. 1 Kings chapter 19, verses 5 through 7. My heart melts within me as I read the words of the Holy Writ, and see the interest that the heavenly family has in the faithful servants of the Most High. And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of God. 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 8.